What's happening, everyone? Two-a-days. We're doing two-a-days today. I had about 20, 30 minutes. I just wanted to talk to everyone, let them vent. It's been a rough. I don't know. I really need to channel. I need to to me, none of this is a big deal at all. And I say this as someone who's not earned LP fees for the last couple of weeks because I've been participating in a lot of the different yield stuff like that, and someone who would have liked to bridge stuff across the bridge a lot faster the first week or so, and that was very slow. I was also surprised that fees weren't a fraction of a penny, although I do acknowledge that it's a pretty cool thing that the network's getting volume and people are actually using it. I went over a lot of these arguments a few times before, a lot of these concerns in streams prior, but I just want to give everyone a chance. No judgment. Talk about what you don't like about PulseChain. I'm going to talk about why it doesn't concern me. I'm also going to talk about things that do not concern me, but just annoy me from time to time. And I mean, like the fact that even right now on PulseX, the PulseX bug is getting fixed. We have testnet V4 on testnet right now. They're testing V1 versus V2 of PulseX DApp. I believe V2 is the one that has LP fees fixed. I've been testing it myself, but it is a little annoying to not see a stat. So, I know Uniswap V3 versus V2 are two different protocols, but on V3 and Uniswap, everything is super easy. You click collect fees, and that's all the LP fees you got. On V2, what's supposed to happen is you get back more coins than what you put in on one side or the other, from my understanding. Now, when I remove my LP position, nothing tells me what changed. I have to manually go and look at the transactions and try to decide who's going to do stuff like that. So there's me talking about something I don't like. The RHMax ones, look at me. But it's just some of those things are a little annoying, and I think they don't get prioritized. I mean, there's different things about the PulseX UI where you're like, okay, why does it do this? Why does it do that? Why are certain things hidden? Why don't they work better? All the questions like that, I think, are about priority, and RH and the devs are working on things that matter the most. I assume he's pretty busy right now working on the native PLS bridge, like we had a gentleman in the chat right here. T.dgen, how can I buy PulseChain? This bridge over my EX to EX on PulseChain, but it won't allow me to swap. Yes, I get that. Like a lot of people, it's funny to even think about, if you sacrifice, you've been doing this for 2 years. I didn't even think about people who didn't have any PLS at all not being able to use some of the products just because of that. Good problem to have, but still, yeah, that is a little annoying as well. It's like, wow, how can we onboard the world when they don't have PLS and they can't, they can use the bridge to get stuff over, but then they can't use it afterwards without, and faucets could have solved a lot of this, but they weren't available because the fees were too high. So I think there are little pain points like that, but I don't think they're anything that, again, it's kind of the way I think about getting upset or angry or voicing concerns is, will it benefit me if I do so? Now, you can make a case that, yeah, if you can complain enough, if Richard sees it, devs see it, people see it, then they know it's a real concern based on the number of percentage of people reporting it. That's one side of it. The other side, but there's a balance, right? There's a balance between reporting things, giving feedback, and just, wallowing in defeat because, some little thing you expected to happen didn't happen. I'm not going to talk about how this ecosystem, no expectations. But I think, especially if you're new here or you've been waiting 2 years, a lot of people, that's another thing. A lot of people are down. Hex price is down. Hex is like 1 penny and something. Both hexes, combined, yeah, to more than that. But both hexes, if you're coming to the ecosystem now, or you've been holding for 2 years even, some people bought the top and it goes way down. And yes, there'd be nothing better for the whole community than to see those people get their, it go back up where they're not underwater anymore, or blow past that and do really well. But it's not happening right now. The charts don't show it happening. Maybe it's just not meant to happen right now. We all believe over time, the reason we're here, a lot of us are here, we believe over time if you delay gratification and you put your money in an ecosystem that's not a scam, and you wait and you make the right choices, and you lock it up and you don't quit and you don't lose, then good things will happen. They've happened before with Hex, and then we're in a different cycle now. And now PulseChain launched. So it's just, yeah. Let me know what you think. Like, again, I'm here to hear some concerns. Me and Coffee were talking earlier, and I know that it's easy when, a lot of us have a lot of things figured out. We don't know everything, but a lot of us who've been around for a while. I've been following Richard for 6 years, going on 7 years. Day one Hex, day one everything. Thank the man, genius billionaire. I can tell you why if you want. I believe I think everything happens for a reason, first of all. And I think whatever his plan is, he knows more than all of us, and he can see further than we can. So even though every time I don't understand a move or something happens or he says something or whatever, I have to chalk it up as a discrepancy on me. I just don't understand, because he's the guy that's had all the success. He's the guy that's made the winning products. He's the guy trying to achieve glory. And I've talked about this. I have all kinds of clips on the channel. Search RHMax, Richard Hart, mission, glory, whatever. I've talked about that a lot. And he has books to talk about this too. Scivive, Fix the World, if you're interested. So I trust the guy. And a lot of people trust him. And a lot of people have put a lot of money because they believe in him. They believe in the product. They believe in the code and how it works. And even though they don't have expectations of anyone doing work for them, they think that ecosystem has been curated in a way where it makes it hard not to win. There is no guarantee in any investment. There's no guarantee in crypto. There's no guarantee in real estate, stocks, any financial investments at all. Especially in crypto, most things, there's a time horizon where you can kind of figure this stuff out. Not everything rug pulls after the first week. But over time, a lot of things are scams. We are lucky to have found the one that has been created and designed to appreciate and give you a fair chance at greatness, give you a fair chance at multiplying your money, your bags, your coins, being involved in something special. Just because you have a chance doesn't mean you're guaranteed it's going to happen or it's going to work. All you can ask for is a chance to do it. All I want is the ability to use my own judgment, to use my own tools around me, to use my unique skills to be the best person I can, to be the best investor I can, to help people the most I can. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm here. And I don't care how long it takes. The sooner the better. I think that all we can do is have a chance and make the best out of it. So yes, the fees aren't a fraction of the penny. Yes, the bridge is slow and can support the FOMO. Yeah, I think it's actually working much better now, but it doesn't do native PLS. It gives you, it gives you the wrap versions. You got to unwrap them. If you don't have PLS, you can't do it. I get it. The LP bug, it was an open source code. It's been around forever. I mean, that's kind of an easy thing to just be like, okay, we just can't test this because, or we're not, again, having a dev type background, I can see how it'd be like, all right, we just don't need to prioritize testing this feature because, hey, if somebody would have reported it not working if it hadn't been working for a while. And yes, they reported it and it got washed away and all that stuff too. But I mean, it'd be nice if there was functional tests for all that stuff. But again, it got deprioritized for the stuff that matters, which is launching. Aren't you glad it launched in mid-May? It could have not launched for another 4 months from now. Everybody wanted to launch so soon. It launched. So like I said, and again, on that, it's such a nothing burger in my opinion. As someone who literally did not make LP fees for the last couple of weeks for on pairs, you still had INC if you're doing the farms. And if you didn't make it on other pairs, yeah, that kind of sucks. But it's just like, who cares? Like my retirement strategy wasn't built on the last 2 weeks of LP fees. So, and the buy and burn went nuts. So it's not like nothing happened. It just got diverted into another resource. So anyways, I'm here to listen to you. I'm here to make sense of your concerns, tell you what I think about them, tell you, my perspective. I think I have a pretty unique perspective, as do a lot of other streamers and people who've been around for a while in the community. I've been streaming for it's been a little bit over a year now, and I've only been active in the community for maybe a year and a half. However, I have been, following Richard for a long time. I just decided, why did I decide to come out and start creating content? Why have I spent hours and hours and hours creating content, talking to people? I did like 150 some interviews in the last year or so. I have 1,600 videos on the channel. I clipped them. Every single video, I've clipped it myself. I didn't hire anyone to clip my videos. I actually tried to, and it was very hard to do that, so I didn't. I'm the guy streaming at 8 o'clock, at night after I already did a stream. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, like, there's a reason I'm participating. It doesn't get any better. It really doesn't. If you don't understand why it doesn't get any better, please ask me. I'd be happy to tell you. So anyways, just going to go through the comments. No one with a half brain should be leaving a person scrambling money. Yes, a lot of people. Again, I don't make predictions. I don't really talk about my money or my bags. I try not to talk about it. I want to avoid any conflict of interest or talk about my personal finances and stuff. However, I can tell you what I've seen. I've seen a lot of people who are making moves, maybe making moves with dry powder, trying to figure out how to switch things around, buying the dips, stuff like that. I have seen, I've noticed a lot of people, even some people making thousands of dollars. If you got enough bag and you have enough risk tolerance even on the LP for yield, even staking, hex staking. I mean, if you have a big enough bag and you want to stake long, stake short, again, there's different levers you can pull on that. But some of the LP pulls are just, to me, they're a lot lower risk than a lot of people just think they are, I guess. Maybe they know something I don't know. I don't, but I've seen a lot of people make a lot of money, and it's not just because INC went to the moon either. It's there's a lot of opportunities out there. So yeah, I agree. I'm not trying to get money out of the ecosystem. I'll tell you that. Man, it's pretty incredible. Again, I flipped it. I love the mindset of, instead of being excited about green candles, being excited about red candles. And boys, it doesn't get any better. It really doesn't. I've been around a lot of communities. This is the only one I've been super involved in where I've created content and stuff around, or I've never been so dedicated to the ecosystem. But before I really got serious with Hex, and I've been following Richard forever, but before he created Hex, and it was actually a product to really immerse yourself in. I was reading Scivive on the airplane before it was even edited at all. There's nothing like this ecosystem. There's not. And again, ask me if you don't understand. If you don't understand something, ask me. Please. I've got 15 more minutes. I will answer your questions, your doubts, your concerns. The Chad of Chad always has a Chad attitude, positive and up and to the right. What's up, man? What's happening? Oh God, here comes Kool-Aid. No, maybe that was before I started talking about all the stuff that I thought was annoying or didn't work properly right now. No, you're not getting Kool-Aid from me. I'm not. I know people probably assume RHMax is Kool-Aid drinker, cheerleader, that type of thing. If you watch enough of my content, I've criticized Richard plenty. I've criticized constructively. I believe in constructive criticism. I'm not going to ad hominem people for, I try to avoid that at all costs, really. But I think criticizing ideals is important. I had Dixon Piper on. A lot of people are on the pro 2hex side, and a minority of people are on the only, EHEX is going away, PHEX should be the winner side. I didn't agree with a lot of what Dixon said on open mic on Monday. I wanted to hear him though. I wanted to hear his side. I wanted people to understand both to then make an informed decision. I don't buy this thing that people are just dummies and they'll just follow the herd. Maybe they will, but they were meant to do that. I don't I don't follow this mindset that we need to hide things from people, that we can't tell them about certain things. I just don't. I think I would want people to tell me the truth. And it's like treating people like they're dummies and they shouldn't be able to hear things or they're going to make bad choices. who are you, like, that just falls down logically so much. Who are you protecting? I mean, that's what I would ask myself. Like, who am I protecting by not telling people both sides of something that I think, unless it's, it's violence or whatever, there's certain things, I think as a functioning society, we should have a grip on. But yeah, free speech, censorship, I'm definitely pro letting people have a voice. And when I don't agree with it, I kind of, here's the approach I take. Even if I don't agree with it, unless it's something really gross, and I'm like, okay, I just I don't need to hear this. But in general, but I wouldn't like censor them again, unless it's like something violence or, there's certain exceptions. Like I said, but I want to know what they think, because then I can say, does that make sense to me? If it doesn't make sense, it's fine, but at least I heard it. If I never hear it, I can't strengthen my own position if I don't hear the opposition. It's like debate 101. If you want to have a great debate and crush someone on the other side, you need to understand their arguments and what they're for better than your own, or better than they do. So if you understand it better than they do, you can criticize it more, you can tear it down more, you can break it down into what you favor. So yeah, I like free speech. And I don't buy this, like, we need to hide stuff people because they're too stupid. We're afraid they're going to make bad choices. There's so much into that. Like, you can't control these conversations. So you control just a little tiny portion of them, and they're just going to wreck themselves on something else as soon as they stop listening to you. Like, I would rather have it all out, have everything out in the air, and then people say, okay, I believe in this. I believe in this. That's what I prefer. Nick JC, something like biggest people answer politics too much. Also too much bickering. So politics, are you saying that like internal politics or like global politics? Because I don't see a lot of people talking about, I don't know, but I think there's a lot of libertarians, a lot of conservatives in the ecosystem. But I don't see a lot of, I don't know, use the mute button, I guess, on that one. To me, if I'm following someone and I like them, but they start posting a lot of stuff that are just distracting me or stuff, then I just, use the mute button. It's fine. It's passive. You can undo it. No hard feelings. I'm sure people mute me sometimes too. It's totally cool. Too much bickering. Yeah, it's, again, mute button. I think the best tool on Twitter is the mute button. Some people who I like a lot, I just need a break sometimes. So, and again, they do the same to me. I'm sure. I don't really do drama on Twitter, but I'm sure I've posted things. I don't know. I post a lot about validators, so I'm sure people are like, I don't want to hear about validators anymore, and they hit mute on me. That's cool. I want them to get the most out of their experience, so I don't need to hear from me all the time. It's cool. Uncle Will says I'm happy. Cool. I'm happy too, Uncle Will. Good to know. Good to know. Canada 6 doesn't have PLS. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that isn't built yet. Astro Arch will have his own on-ramp soon. We will have some on-ramps, it seems to be. John Favreau, PulseX bug was intentional. I don't know. Please elaborate if you have anything beyond that, because I don't know what benefit. I don't think Richard makes a lot of mistakes. But I don't think he saw the PulseX bug coming, because what benefit is there for that to happen? Maybe it'll turn out better. Maybe it'll be like we'll have two versions, like, hey, or it'll be a box where you can tick use, do you want to burn the LP fees, or do you want to keep them? Maybe it can turn out to be something cool, but no, I don't think the bug was intentional. Please tell me why that would benefit anyone or him if it was intentional. I don't think people are happy not getting fees that they thought they were going to get. I'm not saying they should be sad or upset over it, but I don't think they're happy. Most of them. Some of them were cool. Some of them are like, yeah, I'm glad buy and burn was going nuts. But I don't think the most part it was beneficial. Just need some dollars. I know. I wish I could just send people to, pulsefaucet.com or something, and they get, however much pulse. Maybe that'll be funded at some point. There's a lot of people who have a lot of pulse. They could do it. You could say, why don't I do it? Not a bad point. You never know. I do donate, and I do try to help people in a lot of ways, and I never talk about specifics. You never know if I will participate in such a system. Let's see. Umberto, what's happening, man? This whole launch bridge getting stuck, forcing only 3x. That's another point. Maybe you're disappointed that PulseX didn't do it only did 2.5x or so. I think 2.63. I can't remember what the high was, but I think it was around that, which, we've been talking about 10,000x meme for the last 2 years. So even if you thought a 10x on launch, 20x was possible. A lot of people thought that. I mean, I thought it was possible too. But it's just, again, everything happens for a reason. I don't think, I'm not sure the bridge being fully open would have helped with that. Getting stuck forcing only a 3x. I've been watching our friend Somi's video today, and I tweeted about it too if you're interested, talking about Richard wanting to shake out the weak hands. And I think that's the most compelling narrative I've heard so far, where on launch, maybe it's better that it didn't do a lot of X's because that gives time for the believers to outweigh the non-believers. And then once the weekends get shaken out, then the people are going to hold and not sell when people do start buying. We'll have better positions accumulated, become, dolphins, sharks, whales in their own right. Oh, that's pretty believable. It's a pretty great video. Definitely worth a watch, even if you don't agree with the narrative. Check out my Twitter. I posted on there. Check out our friend Somi's YouTube, of course. Makes a lot of great videos every day. Guy's a machine. I try to wield in everything I acquire. Exactly. There's so many yield opportunities right now. The T-shares you can get from Hex being so cheap right now. The LP, if you know what you're doing. If you have big enough bags, if you don't, it's different too. The community coins that have been on sale, the auction deals with Hedron, that was mentioned yesterday during the stream as well by Crispy, I believe. There's all kinds of opportunities. But if you're just focusing on why didn't price go up or why PulseX bug, you're distracting yourself. You're distracting yourself. That's the way it is. Squirtle Spice. Nice. Why do people think providing LP would give you fees when there's no UI to support it on the DEX? So I don't know, maybe you're talking about there's no that. So that is annoying to me. I wish there was a stats. I tweeted on to Brett, the dev, Brett and Richard. And I was like, hey, is there going to be like an interface that shows you exactly how much fees you've earned so far? Or at least when you pull it, how much you're getting back. It just, maybe we would if we had those type of things, and maybe it's a lot of code, maybe it's complex, maybe it's just on a priority list, but that would certainly help to know how many fees or if we're getting none, that type of thing. So again, maybe it's complicated. I don't know. There's certainly a reason it's not there, but that's something that would be super helpful. So I hope that happens. Let's see, Fortnite. I'll wrap up in just a few minutes. So hopefully I'll get through to most of the chat. Let me know if this is useful too, by the way. Again, feel free to vent. You got like 5 more minutes. Tell me, vent. If you're watching this on the replay, leave in the comments. Be nice, be respectful, be civil. But if it's something you're concerned about, I'll try to answer the comments as well. Trying to unlock crypto trading starting tomorrow. Man, yeah, Coffee said that today, and I was like, that sounds cool. I think more people who can buy, the better. And yeah, Balaji made that, was that $1 million bet or something on Bitcoin, where he made a bet Bitcoin going to $1 million in July, which I think, I wouldn't take it literally. I would take it figuratively of, money printer go burr, things are opening up, people are waking up perhaps. So RH guys, $1 billion smart guy. I don't think he cares about any of the SAC stuff. I think all that, my personal speculation, all that will be rolled into Heart Foundation. It'll be rolled into longevity research. It will be literally making the world a better place. He's not spending on Gucci. He's not spending on any of that crap. None of that matters. All that's just outrage marketing. He cares about being one of the greatest men in history. And how do you do that? You do great things. So Elon wants to go to Mars, interplanetary species. He wants to, climate stuff with electric cars. He wants to technology, do more with less. Richard wants to save your life. He wants to millionaires, and he wants to slow aging down and help you and your family live a longer life. So I think all that money is going to be put to good use. And crypto is just a means to an end. That's what I believe. PulseX, bravery in your voice. John the Baptist died for his convictions. Appreciate that. I do like voicing my support for RHMax mission and helping people understand that this is think long term. The short term thinking is not healthy. It's distracting. It really is. Susie Q, what's happening? Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Tell your wives you understand it better than do. Start there. Yeah, that's why I'm listening, Bobby. That's why I'm listening. I'm not. If you all are my wives in this analogy, I'm asking you to tell me what your concerns are, and I'm going to listen to them, and I'm going to address them in what I believe, and then ask you if that satisfies them. Good therapy, Bobby. Good therapy. I like that. Yes, you should definitely be nice to your wives and listen. They like listening for sure. It's happy wife, happy life for sure. Exactly. It's painful but necessary, I do believe. Wouldn't an index fix LP issue? I'm not sure the context of that. I think that, I don't know if the Pancake Swap or otherwise has been, I kind of want to Google now, is Pancake Swap people not been earning it? I'm sure somebody was spotted by now. So maybe they did. Maybe they spotted a long time ago. And in their fork, they, or in their code, they changed it and, or something. I don't know. Do you have validated guys set up to use VPS? Yes, I do, Jamal. I definitely have that. I'll drop it in the chat. I do like a bunch of validator AMAs where I talk about this a lot. So anybody wants to be a validator? This is my guide. This is scripts. I make it as easy as possible to be a validator. Check it out, Jamal. The extra burn was a gift to PLS hackers. Yeah, again, it's. I mean, even if there was no extra burn, even if, let's say the LP fees not getting earned just went to nowhere, or they all got just burned, and they didn't go to anything else. Like they had no effect on buy and burn. They just went away somehow. I would still be like, okay, whatever. But actually, it was at least helping PulseX. So got to appreciate the wins where you can get them. I mean, it's interesting. What's up, Sparky? Hex on Maverick. Couldn't agree with you more saying how compressed open it's hard to get PLS. I'm excited because I don't go New Year's to actually use the chain. Yeah, and we haven't even launched all the community coins. And there's not a native PLS bridge. And Pulse, so again, zoom out. This is the beginning of PulseX. Do you think this is all the features we're going to get? We don't have single side staking or limit orders. This is like V1 of PulseX. Imagine a month from now, 2 months from now, 6 months from now, next year. I think PulseX is going to have all kinds of bells and whistles. I think it's going to be like, it's already awesome right now. But imagine, get adoption, we get the people coming in, we get everyone seeing how amazing it is, and the devs get time. Instead of focusing on launching PulseChain, they can focus on making PulseX awesome. So even Richard said, right after PulseChain launched, now the devs can focus on PulseX. Whew, bullish on PulseX. Yes. Yeah, Somi's video. Somi gets it. He really does. He gets it. Bobby says, bridge had nothing to do with X to push the sector. Yeah, it's the bridge, and there's been other bridges as well. Shout out to Maximus crew for doing some of those gas bridges. They've helped a lot of people. Where is building 200 projects? Well, there's pulsehotlist.com. Some people like it, some people don't, but that shows a lot of projects. It's like 130. I haven't kept up with it, but however, earlier today, what is it? Pulse coin list? That's what Coffee was talking about. So check this one out. This will tell you about a lot of the projects too. And so I'll post it here. And it's basically like a coin market cap, but for PulseChain stuff. And it's got a lot of the, so you can find projects through that, for example. Yes, HSIs are for sale. So many. I've talked to people who have told me things that I cannot believe. A lot of them I will probably never reveal in private or on stream. But I've talked to some people who have got some major deals, major opportunities. I'm very happy for them. Very happy. There's going to be a lot of rich people in this ecosystem. So good. Cheer, bro. We only started. I'm cheerful, man. I'm cheerful. I'm trying to bring myself down a little bit so I can talk to people who have concerns. I'm concern free. This is fucking amazing. Seriously. There's no reason for me to be unhappy about this ecosystem. CL, one of those. A friend wants to put 2,500 in crypto and stake for 5 years. Hex or EX, what would you tell him, Max? I do not give predictions or financial advice, or try not to answer those questions. $2,500 in crypto, stake that for 5 years. Hex or EX? Yeah. I love all the hexes, and I love all the coins are RHMax. None of them are loser coins, in my opinion. So I think if I'm putting money, if I had $2,500 and I'm going to put it in this ecosystem, I don't know where I could go wrong. I'll say it like that. Sorry not to give you direct answers, but I don't like telling people things or giving anything that looks like advice, because I want everyone to make their own decisions, and there's plenty enough content for you to be educated to figure it out. And again, I want to help you, but I don't want to give you advice. I'll say it like that. Hope you understand. But I love this ecosystem, so I know where my money's going. I'll tell you that. And I don't. Yeah, you can make a case for every Richard Hart coin as the best place to put money. I could make a case. I could literally be like, EHEX, here's an excellent case of why that's going to do the most X's in this time horizon. PHEX, why it's going to do the most X's on this time horizon. PulseChain, you got time horizon, how much you're going to put in, you're going to stake, and you yield. There's too many factors that actually give it a good answer, other than just, I don't like liquid either. I like putting my stuff where I get yield. Anyways, I got to wrap up, guys. I'm going to scroll through. Yeah, at my bucket block corner, join the events. I'm just going to see if there's any. Thank you, SM. That's very kind of you. I always like those very kind. I get some kind comments sometimes, and I don't forget them. I get some dumb comments too, some unhelpful ones. Some are funny. I'll say that. But when I get the kind ones, I truly appreciate that. It's nice. Thank you. I'm going to scroll through for a sec and just see if anyone has any concerns. Did you curse? I didn't notice, Bobby. You're good, man. Don't worry about it. I unstacked my hex and can't find my copy in PulseChain, and did connect my wallet to PulseChain. Can me out. So you unstaked your EHEX, it sounds like. You unstaked your hex on Ethereum, and you can't find your copy on PulseChain. You must have had that stake on. It sounds like you probably did. You must have had it beforehand, before the last 2 weeks or whatever the snapshot was. The fork, whatever. People don't get triggered over that language either. Did connect my wallet to PulseChain.com. Can you help me out? I can give you, here's what I can do. I can give you the app.icasa.pro. Let me give you this URL. and try it. Try going. Did I just copy the wrong one? My bad. Hold on. And then I cooks it up, Pro. Okay, go there. And that is another front end for Hex and Hadron and stuff. And see if you can find it there, because your stakes got copied over, everything got copied over. So if you are indeed connected to PulseChain, yeah, just try another front end. If I don't know what you're trying, but try that, and then you should be able to see your stake. And if you unstaked it on Ethereum, then you still should be staked on PulseChain if your stake was there before launch and all that stuff. So yeah, check that out. You're welcome. Very welcome. You are welcome as well. Yeah, good luck, man. More people in the ecosystem, the better. More people find a fair chance at crypto, the better. And I hope I can help. Hope I can contribute. Yes, thank you, Sparky. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. All right, everyone. That's it. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow. If I feel like it, I will. But I'll try to bring some good content if I have a reason to stream. Hope that helped. Again, if you're watching the replay, feel free. Usually, I try not to answer a lot of the comments that are just like concerned or otherwise, but this one I will. So if you have some legit concerns or something you just don't understand or want to know, this stream, I will try to answer a lot of the comments that I can that come up, because this ecosystem is too good to leave. It's too good. I don't want any other ecosystem. I found the right one. Again, been following Richard for 6 years, more than a lot of people. And I am convinced, beyond a shadow of a doubt, this guy's legit. And my name's RHMax. My whole content, my entire channel is banking on him being a good guy. I got skin in the game. That's my skin in the game. My entire brand is on Richard Hart's stock going up and to the right. That's my conviction. It's not blind conviction. Like I said, I criticize things that happen. I acknowledge things suck sometimes, but I just don't think it matters as much as a lot of people believe it matters. So try to focus on the good. I try to win. Just doing the best I can do. So hopefully everyone out there has a little bit more peace too. Scivive 5555, and good night.